Okay, so we're going to correct the first year area perimeter and measure test that she did. Okay, so find the area of each of the following shapes. Be careful that you're answering what they're asking. A lot of you did perimeter in some of these where you should have been doing area, or vice versa. We're doing area. Area of a rectangular shape is length by width, so 9 by 4, which is 36. Don't forget your units. Area is millimeters squared. Formula for area of a triangle is half base by perpendicular height. Some of you need to look at that again. Alright, so my base and my perpendicular height are the two things that are connected by this little box. So this is my base and this is my perpendicular height. So a half 4 by 3. Enter your calculator. We don't have units here, so you can write down units squared. Okay, so 6 units squared. Then question 2, find the length of this rectangle. So we've been given the area. So when we multiply 5 by x, we'll get 55. So 55 equals 5 by x. So x, to keep x on its own, this is a bit of algebra that's come in here. We kind of just met it briefly in area. So if this is being multiplied together, when we want to get x on its own. So to get x on its own, we do the opposite of what the 5 is doing to x at the moment. At the moment it's multiplying, the opposite is dividing. So if we divide 55 by 5, that'll tell us what x is. And x is 11. And again, this is centimetre squared, this is centimetres, so this must be centimetres. Okay, so don't forget your units. Find the perimeter of this shape. So perimeter means walking around the outside and adding it all up. So if I did 13 plus 14 plus 24 plus 6. Now this wasn't filled in, but you can figure it out, because if this is 24 and this is 13, if you do 24 minus 13, that gives you this bit here. And similarly, this is 14 and this is 6. So if you do 14 take 6, that'll give you this bit here. Okay, so 13 plus 14 plus 24 plus 6 plus 11 plus 8, and you're back to where you started with. And your answer is 76, and it's just centimetres because you're just adding them all together. Okay. Find the area of this shape. So it's a rectangle and a triangle. The rectangle is just length by width, so 24 by 16. The triangle again is half base by perpendicular height. This is my base. This is my perpendicular height, which is 16 because that's 16. So a half 12 by 16 gives me 96. 384 plus 96 equals 480. And sorry, we're talking about area, so it's centimetres squared. Okay, convert the following measurements. So 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres, I think everyone. So here are just my conversions. There's 10 millimetres in each centimetre. There's 100 centimetres in 1 metre. And there's 1 kilometre. There's 1,000 metres in 1 kilometre. So 10 millimetres in a centimetre. 150 millimetres in centimetres. So each 10 is a centimetre, so we divide by 10 and we get 15. 10 kilometres, but they want it in centimetres, so this was a bit of a trick. So you have to go from kilometres to metres and then to centimetres. So 10 kilometres, if I want to go to metres, for each kilometre there's 1,000 metres. So we multiply by 1,000, and then to get from metres to centimetres, for each metre there's 100 centimetres. We multiply by 100. So we're multiplying 10 by 1,000 by 100, and that gives us 1,000,000. Alright, 3.2 kilometres in metres. So again, there's 1,000 metres in a kilometre, so we multiply by 1,000. I'll just write down here what we do. This is multiply by 10, this is divide by 10, this is multiply by 1,000, and then multiply by 100. Okay, 0.63 kilometres to metres. So again, we're multiplying by 1,000, and 6,300 millimetres to metres. So millimetres to centimetres, I divide by 10, and then centimetres to metres, I divide by 100. Okay. Yeah. So find the area of this shape then for question 6. So again, it's just a rectangle, so 7.5 by 12. Enter your calculator will give you your answer. And question 7, oh, there's 2 more. Find the area of the shaded region in the shape. Okay, so if I find the area of the whole shape, it'll be everything inside it. If I find the area of this inner bit and take it from the whole shape, that'll just give me the shaded bit. So 10 by 15 is the whole area. 7 by 3 is this internal area. So if I take away 21 from 150, that gives me the shaded bit. Okay, so it's 129 centimeters. Then we're on to volume. So find the volume of the cuboid. Volume of the cuboid is length by width by height. So 6 by 8 by 3. Hint your calculator, job done. Its units are centimeters cubed. And find the surface area of the cuboid. So surface area means I'm finding the area of this front and multiplying it by 2 because the back will be the same. Finding the area of the top, multiplying it 2 because the bottom will be the same. And finding the area of the side and multiplying it 2 because the other side will be the same. So the front and the back are 8 by 6 and there's 2 of them. The sides would be 6 by 3 and there's 2 of them. And the top and the bottom will be 8 by 3 and there's 2 of them. So you do 8 by 6 by 2, 3 by 6 by 2, 8 by 3 by 2. Add up these three numbers and you get 180 centimeters squared. Okay. So please go over that and see where you made any mistakes. And if you still don't understand, let me know.